Hello and welcome back. It's been almost a week for me since the last time I recorded. Yeah. Hey there. Okay, let's see what was happening. Right. Oh, but in between, on my personal one, I finally have all of the combat, soul crystals. So the only soul crystals I'm missing is I need to make two crafting soul crystals. I'll probably get one for alchemist and one for weaver since I already have one for goldsmith. Since my class I primarily use is a summoner. Oh, let's read what these guys have to say. The end to Light's domain over this world is fast at hand. I should probably start the timer. When all of this is over, it would mean a lot to me if we could go and visit to Celine's grave together. I have such a lot to tell her. Once more shall the knights share equal domain over the firmament, and yet our travails are far from over. Pandora, stop clawing my bed. Is this not the moment in which Selk usually chooses to descend upon us? Whatever will we do without his fanged praise and backhanded compliments? Perhaps their ministrations were not as thorough as I thought, or perhaps I was a tough too reckless. Hey, your weapon's not as destroyed as it was before. Are you feeling alright, Edgar? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind, I'm still getting used to my powers. Probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Colossia, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to Tristorium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. But yeah, I've just been playing Final Fantasy XIV in my free time. I used to be playing RoboQuest in my free time, but then I just got the desire to just try to level up and get through stuff I haven't done yet as much as I can before 7.0 comes out. I probably won't be done by 7.0, but at least I'll have a good dent in it. The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Rain, have you noticed anything particular about Edgar's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely. He won't mind. Well, since when Philly's bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside him. Though I didn't think anything of it at first, but after we defeated the warden in Amarang, I realized something was wrong. You absorbed its ether, Edgar, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Edgar? Maybe you should have fed more of that ether to the void scent. If not, it's done. This will only get worse. Well, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for him? Exhausting... enjoying it is out of... I can't say that word. I just got up. It's out of the question. Even as at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light, extinguishing it. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Orion J and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your parts, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then, understood? Good. Whether you want it or not, you have most certainly earned some respite. Considering Edgar's hearing cracks in his head, he probably wants to rest. I still wonder how the metal thing in the middle of the scythe is floating. You'll see. Right, perhaps a hot meal and freshly made bed will prove matters. Your room is ready if you care to retire. Very good. Should you need anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call.
Sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang? I see. Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Harbor, I think he's having a heart attack. Yeah, again. I think it made Edgar feel better.
What just happened? Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Fine, so there won't be a group therapy session.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right? That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days.
We can just leave Yulmore as the only place that's constantly under life for a while.
Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you. Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
I wonder if we could send some of this ether to the Void Scent. Okay, whose echo is this? No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. I'm surprised this place is still standing. Please tell me you're finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Very well. Where to next then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one place. Anyway, we go from here, we'll just be more of the same. Good to the sound of that last one. I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubbling now. Is there nothing else we can do? Oh, do look around you, this ain't war. It's a sickness and it's spreading every corner of yours, yeah. The city state's all in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East faring no better. There'll be nothing afterwards when this is over. This world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story, when the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. I wonder if there's a way to get his glasses. How could I happily known someone like that was still around? Indeed, but not today. Not with our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friend. We will find him. I wonder how uncomfortable that is to lay on your tail. Then again, he doesn't have really much any other ways to lay other than on his face. Just want to go do the dash to do. Actually, do we need to repair? No. Sausage lane, roast oven. Critical hit sounds good. So I guess we'll take the sausage links. And add it to the pile of food. Master Magic, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chambers, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the ocular at your earliest convenience. And sir, whatever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. Oh. Let's see what's next on the agenda. I see Emic is here. Hey. Seems like someone's proud of themselves.
May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Northrend. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Northrend once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First, a chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. would be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored.
Wait, everybody's looking
Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
I noticed that everyone was looking up except for Edgar. Edgar's just looking at Emmett.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you? Two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmur. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmor and decide how best to proceed.
Were the rest not told of Edgar's condition? Okay, how you doing there, Emmett? Yes, did my lesson provoke thought, giving rise to further questions? By their very being, we're dividing the 14, of course, yet by our power, we unsundered Ascians may rise up one of their fragments to their original office. But I suppose this in itself bears explaining. So the name by which you know us are not in fact our names, be it Elidibus or La Habrea or Graham, all are titles of office, and when an office is vacant, it may be filled by another. Over the aeons, I have overseen several changes of the guard among our sundered brethren, and in such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the self-same soul. While it is by no means impossible to rise up wholly unrelated individuals, this we who fervent entreaties brought forth Lord Zodiark, those whose souls he claimed in the beginning, who make who make the truest servants. There may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. Let's just get back so we could ask the other question. Then none would remain to rise up new Ascians, and our kind would eventually fade from existence. You would like that, wouldn't you? Feel free to dream. It has no crime to do so. There you are, Edgar. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore. Since we faced Lord Vothri, and I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified, yet mingled with my rage, there was something else. At first, I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles, I found the answer. In Vothri's self-righteousness, it is his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills. I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether I will accept it with the good grace I did in is another question. What is, Reen? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. This aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. Just time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Edgar, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. I mean, how would they recognize her? To be honest, since she has different eyes and hair now, and she has a completely different name, I guess somebody who would recognize the face, but you hail a citizen, a civilian, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. It looks like some bitch slapping is in order. Get him, Mr. Mime over here. Time for him to double slap a bitch. Lord Vothri, we hear, we obey. So how's our friend over here doing now? Okay, so he's not going to attack us. You fork youth. Long live Lord Fothry, long live Lord Fothry. Oh, someone's not going to get beat down then? How you doing? What's happening? What's wrong with everyone? Our mission has begun on a strange note. Good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you notice the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Yashtol and Alize are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Let's get that. There.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthry's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthry starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthry after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past.
Edgar, don't
Now,
do
my
stealth.
friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Edgar never did stealth to begin with. Mule is Sin Eater, wicked white. We all scoff the stuff without a second thought. I never got near as much as the others, but the bitter greens and bony fish I got by on doesn't seem so bad now no more. I'm fine, Edgar, shaking with fury, but fine, let's go. That Vorthri should be brazenly exert his influence over the people, bespeaks his desperation. He will not go quietly. My heart is gripped by an unshakable sense of foreboding. Let us proceed with all care. We are like to encounter Ranjit again. One can only hope he's still licking his wounds. Yet, even without him, Yulmore is an immensely defensible city. As you doubtlessly gleaned during your visit. When last I set foot inside its walls, I almost mistook it for dear old Lemissa, but it is full of unpleasant surprises, all of which is a long way of saying be on your guard. The uppermost level of the city houses Vorthri's chambers. He must keep the warden close. Now, when we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasures we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us set forth.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
Maybe Edgar should have brought the void set with him.
Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Volthra's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would.
Yeah.
Press on with Alphano. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Well, when they wake up, they're going to find pieces of themselves missing. I mean, at least the voice is seating good. Can go. Oh, have fun in the void. I guess I'll just have you just walk by them. Scythe v Scythe.
You will find my master in his chamber.
He don't look so good.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not. You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Scythe v Scythe. Just wanted to make sure I had some of the healing stuff that Fighter has. Oh, have fun with the void scent. Again, we're only sending a piece of their ether. It's not entirely like a warlock where you just send their souls sometimes. Are you alright, Edgar? The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vothri is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper levels while we can. He hungry.
Lord Vorthri, your reign of tyranny is at an end. For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused. And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
It's a fat man.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah!
He's gonna become a fat butterfly now.
Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Yeah, I don't like his wings. They're all tiny and pink.
Where did he go? What in the heavens?
Did Vorthri do that?
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now.
That's the reason why Edgar was asking.
But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
What Edgar's gonna do?
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
So, should we burn the mule, or what? And with that, we can finally attune to the Aetheryte. God damn it. I was hoping I was going to be able to tune to it now. Good news, Edgar would seem that Rain is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vorthri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being, there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting and would appreciate your help if you're willing. And now tune to the Aetheryte. Okay. Yep. Everything's in order. So I'll see you all in the next episode.